So here we are in the quarterfinals.
Yep.
The ZAP Master.
First predictions?
March 22. For this matchup?
Yep.
I would say that's...
Saw that Shorikai did a mulligan.
Yeah, I would say it's more or less an easy game for Shorikai. No, okay, I think we had that exact same matchup on camera last time when I was casting with Kinky Kong. And I said it would take some time for Shorikai to win it, but it's in his favor, and I was wrong. He was losing this game. So yeah, depends on how many board wipes Shorikai player can come up with, I guess.
Yeah, if it's the mono blue version, if it's not the mono blue version, if it's a more artifact oriented version like we are currently trying out, I would imagine the good old Kataki swap, if that card is still indexed nowadays, would be kind of good.
Right.
Do we have a top 8 list? Do we?
Not completely. Let me check.
So we know that a Hogak is top 8. We know that a Isamaru is top 8. We know that a Danik is top 8, right?
No, it's I know for sure there's Grist, Hogak,
Isamaru,
these two guys.
Shorikai.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
I have no idea what the other players are into. And we have a single Tevesh.
Oh yeah, right.
So this is the info we have currently.
What is that land, please? Can you give me?
It's a Hall of the Storm Giant.
What is that?
That's the new blue, or the newest blue manland. So let's start.
Okay.
Good that you ask. Hall of the...
I was just about to say, like the Talia swap is pretty great against
Hall of Storm Giants. Holy smokes.
Oh, that one. Okay. Maybe that's the reason for the playmat.
Could be.
Oh, but it's a giant, not an octopus. Okay.
Yeah.
So he has Talia against mono blue, and he has if he plays the artifact hate against the artifact deck. So yeah, those are two pretty good tools. But on the other way, like a Wrath can be pretty devastating.
I like how many, like, recently you've seen so many decks featuring hard evidence, and I really like that.
It's such a fun card.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Having a decent blocker.
Yeah, I think with so many Ragavan decks, the blocker is so important, especially if your deck cannot feature so many like bolts and stuff like that to handle Ragavan on turn 1. It kind of sucks against dorks, of course, but the amount of decks with mana dogs has, I feel like, gone down a lot after partners were banned.
Yeah, that's right. So there's already a pithing needle for Shorikai. That could be a hard one. So let's just think about it. There's Prismatic Ending and March of the Overworldly Light or Otherworldly Light. I have no idea.
If he's even playing that card.
Yeah, I've seen some lists playing it. It depends.
There could also be Unexpectedly Absent.
Correct.
There could also be Council's Judgment and other effects like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I think
currently, like, especially in France, there are a lot of Grist players, there are a lot of Shorikai players. So it's more or less a good meta choice currently, especially if you run Urza Saga, to just include a Pithing Needle.
I was just about to say that it's probably because of Urza Saga.
Yeah. But also apart from that, I mean, okay, Isamaru will feature the Saga as well as Grist on her own and other decks.
So I think Wall of Omens basically confirms the Mono U version. I don't think you would play it in an artifact-oriented way.
Yeah.
So yeah. But Isamaru is not putting a lot of pressure on here.
Yeah,
Of course, the jitters. Okay, yeah, that's a bit better. I was just about to say he hasn't really had the impact 3-drop that the deck usually needs to close out games against control. He has a jitter, but the jitter is kind of clunky. If Shorikai has a bounce or removal,
Yeah, that's right.
I think we can. I think now he can start pressuring. Let's see. If he plays another non-hasty 3-drop here, which basically every 3-drop in Isamaru has this, I think this feels a bit too slow.
I see a Music Confluence in hand. That's a huge
and
tempo
that's
back
active
swing.
Yeah,
It's
if he
active.
taps off a 3-drop here, that's insane because he can bounce okay, he will take first. That's good. Okay, so gets a dude, hits for 3.
Maybe he's also just
passes.
drawing 3 cards.
So no, I would bounce a bit here. You need to get back on tempo, I think.
Yeah.
He has 3 cards. He has 3 mana open though, so he could have like Aven Mind Sensor. What's other white flash cards?
Guardian of Faith. The one that faces out your creatures.
Okay.
And it's actually, he plays it. Yeah.
So that's a misplay by Shorikai, right? Because this is the only way.
You should expect it, yeah.
Yeah. It's the only way you would ever tap out with.
It's very,
So it could
very
be that
unfortunate.
This just fizzles, right?
Yeah, right. If
So he's just Omega doomed.
Isn't it if it has one target and this one fizzles and there aren't any other targets, the whole spell fizzles, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because the spell doesn't just says you draw a card, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think that's a blunder. I think if you like, it's of course it's a pretty
harsh
low level, high level play you have to think about and get some matchup experience in, but you can definitely play around this.
Yeah.
You can know this. I'm not saying I would, but
I mean, it depends on. I think White Winnie is quite a popular deck over there, or in general. And Guardian of Faith is one of the latest great additions to the deck. That's definitely something you should have in mind.
So now it's very rough. And if I can inspect his hand correctly, I don't see a white card there.
So there is no
board wipe, I would imagine.
There's no board wipe either.
Yeah. I think one of the long-term issues for sure. Oh, okay.
Solitude, okay. Yeah.
Could be worse.
I'm not sure if it's,
but let's see.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
bit
saw
late.
That's a Gideon. I think I saw a 3-mana Talia. And I think a flawless maneuver on the Isamaru's hand.
Oof. Imagine the Shorikai player finding the Wrath or Day of Judgment.
And then getting blown out by flawless maneuver, yeah. That's just what you get yourself into.
Yeah, and that's the isn't it this the new Flash White Planeswalker?
Yeah. And you can activate it in the turn you played her or something.
How's it called? The Wanderers? No. You have to search it up, Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Wandering Emperor. Thank you, Denova. Let's see if that's enough. Yes, here we are. And that's a special edition, I guess. Yeah, here we are. So it has Flash, enters with 3 loyalty, and you can even...
So no real creature protection.
Not really, no.
At a removal. Oh,
I'm not yet sure what I should think about this card, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you really need to make use of the Flash to really get her worth.
Yeah, but
the plus is just rough.
Apart from, yeah, absolutely, and the minus isn't better either. I mean, okay, you can create 3 buddies for 4 mana. Okay, cool.
That's 4 mana, so.
But maybe the -2 is more relevant in most cases. That could be the case.
The 2 life gain is very nice.
That's right. Yeah.
I think this is it doesn't swing the matchup against Kari in your favor, but it helps. And I think having more of those cards that helps really makes a deck, because you can only have so many jitters and what's the new time reinforcements called?
Sunset Revelry.
Right. But yeah, I think this is just over, especially since we saw the flawless maneuver in hand. I don't think there's a way for Shorikai to come back.
Yeah.
But we never know. Maybe he plays the the shores that bounces all the creatures with toughness less than islands you control.
Yeah, I would not expect him to
so
do
we
that.
See the Kraken here. The giant.
The giant.
It's not a Kraken. Let's pretend it's a Kraken.
Yeah.
So the blocks are nice.
We have to check it again. Oh man. Doesn't Hall of Storm Giants. Just Hall of Storm Giants. And it's really a blue giant creature.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a bummer. I thought it would be an interesting creature type. Something you would expect to activate for 6 mana.
Well,
that would actually fit the playmat, but no.
Yeah.
Like grabbing all the tentacles.
He swapped his deck for the in the last minute, and he wanted to play the Kraken originally.
Could be. Or maybe
we have another 3 mana and flash. Oh no, it's no, flash. Okay, I thought it was okay. Oh, that's a good one.
There are many planeswalkers on the board.
Yeah.
So we have a Gideon Blackblade.
And then
there's a Samurai. There's still the Bounty Agent. So yeah.
And the Needle.
And the Needle, exactly. I was just saying, like,
and that's what I was trying to get to this earlier, but I think even if you get in a stable position with Shorikai, closing out games is not that easy, especially if you're not running all the artifact synergies. Of course, he has a creature land here and he has a few tools, but Mono White is known for basically like creating a bunch of dudes that just block and then swing back in some way, making creatures unblockable and stuff like that. So even if you're on a low life total like this and you get ahead on board, this is not over. You can definitely die to a few spells that Mono White can pack. So that's another thing that in general goes in favor of Isamaru in this matchup, besides all the blowouts we've seen and all the efficient pressure they've put on.
Yeah, that's correct. I was just thinking about, we see the Supreme Verdict in his hand, and a Teferi would be the only thing that would save him, or at least, or let's say, stall the game to his favor.
Yeah. A Teferi would be great, yeah. I think that's a Murktide region, but I'm not sure. So we have Murktide's Supreme Verdict and a random card.
That could be the case. So this is actually an attack for 10? Oh no, never mind. There are 2 Cat Warrior tokens attacking as well.
Yeah.
So that's an attack for 13, I guess.
Yeah, right. And Gideon, of course, is the best way to get out of Wrath.
Yeah. Yep.
As a control player, I just despise that card. That's so annoying.
Yeah, which member? That's why I said it's just stalling the game.
Yeah,
because even if he would get rid of the creatures, he still has to handle 2 planeswalkers. And since Azorius is not running any bolts, that can be tough. And this is like,
What is he tapping out for here?
I'm not sure. Oh, it's a shark typhoon. He's probably
Oh,
cycling.
so that's not a
You thought it's a
I thought that was a Murktide.
Murktide, yeah.
Yeah. Camera quality not the best, so we are playing guessing cards.
Yeah.
But it's fine enough to get the cards on the board, so that's nice.
Definitely.
So we have a 6/6 Kraken here.
It's a shark.
It's a shark. Yeah, everything is a Kraken.
To be fair.
With that playmat.
Okay. We just have some seafood on the table. Let's say it like this. We have crabs, we have sharks.
Right.
But there is no frutti di mare from the Shorikai player. So, Isamaru says goodbye. Yeah.
Are you even swapping here? Like the hard evidence line was basically the best thing Mono White could have against this kind of aggressive lineup.
Shorikai, I mean, yeah.
Shorikai.
Yeah.
So is just having the guaranteed one drop maybe just that good?
Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, what's the consequence of swapping to Talia in game 2 when you're on the draw?
Yeah, right.
Is that you will with a, I don't know, 90%.
Well, we saw 0 counter spells from besides the confluence from the Shorikai player so far.
That's right. But I would expect it to just.
That's what I was expecting. Yeah, you maybe go for Thalia on the play, but even then, it could be interesting. Like you could make a point about.
And there's a flawless maneuver because he recasted the dog, but there's a loose focus. Okay. Not too bad.
So
Gideon is gone. Why is Gideon gone?
Oh, because the Kraken attacked the shark.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah. So we are left with the.
Very nice. With nothing, just the Wanderer's Emperor.
Yeah, but that's still not bad.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. He's a 2.
Yeah, so a 2/2 is good enough if it comes home, but also he still has the manland and a bunch of cards in hand. So
there
maybe
aren't any white bolts, except
there's swords and
no, there's Harm's Way. It's the best card.
Oh, and the Mox is selective. Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's good.
That's nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
one HL I wouldn't swap either. So Spell Snare. The problem is this Pithing Needle is still sticking to the board.
Oh, yeah, the land is the MVP here. The Hall of the whatever.
That's one big blocker.
I think I see the answer for it. Oh no, that one says non-land. He has a Phyrexian Revoker in hand. And if I remember right, yeah, Phyrexian Revoker shuts off mana abilities, but
that's correct. Yeah,
but it cannot name lands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Here you go, guys.
Yep, that's sad.
So we have a double Pithing Needle
on Shorikai. I'm from editing our videos. I'm so used to people grabbing their lands and conceding, so I'm always confused when they do this.
Yeah, me too.
You guys are always very careful with your lands. You never grab them in a stack. You always like adjust them bit by bit and not just take all the stuff and then put them out in line.
So I have another information about the. What I know of regarding the top 8 decks is Tevesh, Grist. Then we have Hogak. We have these two guys here on camera, and there is Kenrith Reanimator.
Ooh. Yeah, that's interesting.
That's very interesting.
Maybe people realize that the Aminato card pool isn't good enough, and you want all the 5 colors.
Maybe. If Kenrith is... Oh yeah, Kenrith is probably maybe the best commander for it. Because it has a reanimation ability.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, I think Yoda is interesting as well.
True. But I think, Kenrith, the reanimation ability is probably just better.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So, back to the matchup. There is a Revoker.
So we're still in the turn after the Revoker was cast.
It's quite... So there is an Expedition map
So
and
that's
a Soul Guide Lantern.
Soul Guide Lantern, yeah. Expedition can find another manland if he plays another one, but I don't think that's
probably
really...
or a Maze if he plays that one.
Oh, okay, that could be nice.
The stream is a bit lagging, unfortunately, but
well,
it's not a problem.
It's not like they are playing like insanely fun.
Yeah, we are missing 2 currently. I don't know the other 2 decks.
So with the Maze of Earth, he currently has enough ways to get the creatures out of the way.
He's out of range to activate the hall, right?
Because it costs 6
even, yeah.
Yeah, 6 for 7/7. So you would need 2 more lands.
There is a temple. Okay.
So that gets him in range for the activation. Okay. But still not enough to block 2 power creatures.
No. And the Soul Guide Lantern isn't either. Yep. So he will probably just cast that one and activate it.
Wait, that was weird.
Why?
That makes no sense, right?
Why not? He's searching for an answer.
But why would you not play the Soul Guide Lantern first and just crack it and then play the Expedition if you have more mana that way?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so maybe he thought he had an answer, or maybe he realized the Maze of Earth didn't leave him with enough mana to activate the temple.
Yep.
So I wouldn't say Isamaru got lucky, but he was definitely closer than closer than we expected.
More close. Yeah. Okay, so we have
thinning out the deck first, right? Right. So 1-0 for Isamaru.
Yeah. And again, the theory that White Winnie...
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I see the cards. But on the other hand, Shorikai had an insanely slow hand there.
Yeah, that's right.
The blockers were nice, but no counter magic really sucks. But yeah, even if he had it, he wouldn't
winning
really
through Wrath despite the lack of manland.
Yeah. Well, 2 planeswalkers. Is that not enough?
Yeah, I think if
the manlands help.
If you're in a position at which you have to spend 6 mana to activate your land.
I think we were mainly talking about Isamaru manlands.
Because
they have... Yeah, but they play a lot, so that's usually the way they can help themselves against board wipes.
And he decided to swap for Talia. Interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay. Yeah, as a control player myself, I got wrecked quite a few times out of top 8s by manlands and White Weenie. Not a good time. So he goes for the aggressive. Maybe he saw the line Shorikai was playing and he was like, this looks very tap outish.
Yeah, could be.
With the wall, and so I have the opportunity to get down my Thalia turn 2.
Right. Why should I not commit to that?
Tax on the relevant higher CMC spells. I probably wouldn't agree personally. But I've played like 2 games of Isamaru in my life, so yeah.
I mean, maybe it depends on your hand. Like maybe you get a hand at which you can pressure with the cards you've actually drawn, and then
Well, but that's not relevant to the decision of swapping.
No, but it's like relevant in terms of like how to adapt your playstyle in order to make it work to swap to Talia.
Right.
That's what I meant.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the easy way to
Going down definitely doesn't help. So going down again also doesn't help.
So he took another mulligan. Yeah, but
so I think he's down to 5 now.
He had only one colorless land, at least what I saw.
Yeah. That's what we.
Yeah, I would agree to that. But let's see. Maybe it's different.
Yeah.
And we still have Yoda. We should show Kenriff instead. No, like this. Good old Kenriff. Costs 5 mana, put target creature card from a graveyard onto a battlefield in its owner's control.
Yeah. Right.
So it's even a fair reanimation ability.
Like yeah, that's a really bad part about the card, because you really want to animate your opponent's creatures in a control style kind of deck. So
I was just about to say that's the reason why some people play it as a friend. How's this archetype called for multiplayer when you're like just supporting anyone else?
Group hug.
Group hug, right?
So a Giver of Runes, that's not the best card in this matchup, but it's a 1-drop, so
it's okay.
I think she will turn sideways.
I do
most of the time here. I think this is a good old fashioned 1 mana 1/2.
So there's a Talia running into a mana leak.
I think I saw a mana leak. Yeah. Right. And I think I also.
And there's even the spell snare.
Oh, this one. Oh, that's a okay.
That's good.
Yeah. I think you take it when you can.
Absolutely.
You really want to counter the 3-drops your opponents are playing.
Maybe it's even better at a later point.
All right.
Since the yeah, but it always depends on what your opponent is doing. Yeah, exactly. He can use this fetch now to bring in a tapped one.
Yeah, so we can we can keep track of the missed Isamaru damage. If the giver was a Isamaru turn 1, what would have happened?
Good. We will just. I will just.
The Glacial Floodplain is so weird.
Why?
I played it, and I think I've never had it in play without ooh, that's our favorite card.
That's worth a mana leak.
I think that's a mana leak. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so nasty to resolve.
Was a Ranger of Captain Eos for everyone who's not.
Ranger Captain of Eos.
Correct, Ranger Captain of Eos.
But yeah, I've never had a situation where it didn't have a basic dual land, and I've almost never had a situation where I was required to fetch like additional tap land. I was always like okay with
the basics you got.
Yeah. With Tundra and Hallowed Fountain. So
was the artifact version running Arkham's Astrolabe? No. Yeah, makes sense.
Because you have a few, but you don't have that many Artifact Matters cards.
Right.
It could be worth it. I haven't tried it out yet, but let's see. That's a Tectonic Edge in hand and in play now. And I think I saw Needle, but I'm not sure. Okay, so okay. That's interesting. I was expecting to mono white player to wait with that until they get into
What
the
did he
second
just
Talia down.
do?
He tectonic edged the glacial floodplain.
Okay. Well.
So yeah. Oh, they had a Tail's End in hand, so they could have stifled the activatability.
There's a
But
Bithinil. Oh gosh. Please tell me you have something. There's a counterspell. At least. So which member you're keeping track of the Isamaru damage?
I think this is not looking too bad for Shorikai.
This time it isn't. Now that he handled Pithing Needle, it looks quite cool.
The Pithing Needle is handled. You have Thalia needs another turn to get
down. The question is, do you need, like, are you casting Shorikai now for 4? There's a Minamo, it's also a great card with Shorikai.
I don't.
Do you cast it now and just ignore the next Thalia cast?
He kept the Tail's End in hand, so he definitely wanted to counter the second Thalia. He was very, and I think he also still has a Cryptic in hand. So
I mean, there is a dangerous 15 turns Giver of Runes beatdown coming in, right?
Yeah.
And there is a target for the Tail's End. Fair enough.
It's lucky-ish.
It was Adeline. Also a good addition to.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's an
That's a good one. That would have been a way better one-up.
Yep. Dealing the same damage. And now it's even protected by Giver of Runes, right?
But we're still tapping out the Giver every turn.
He pays. Why do you pay? How many cards? He's down to 0 cards.
Yeah,
and there is a Wandering Emperor. I'm not sure if I would have. Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. There is an Emperor.
Okay.
And now you can even make
a bigger Esper Sentinel. Yeah, right.
Amazing.
If you want to do that, I think you kind of have to.
Why would you not?
Wait, the minus exiles a creature, right?
A tapped creature, yeah. Just a creature.
Oh. Yeah, just a creature. That's sad. And yeah. Maybe you want the minus deals more damage in the long term if you're looking at a longer race, so
he has a serious card advantage engine going on.
Yeah.
With this Esper Sentinel taxing him for 2. And it's even
protected
and now for
by
3. Giver of Runes.
And now for 3.
Wow. Is this how he's taking home that game?
But on the other hand, the Shorikai player has the double Shorikai now with the Minamo.
That's correct.
So he's drawing 4 cards, discarding 2 every turn, making 2 dudes. So it's not like those Esper Sentinel hits will ever hurt.
But let's say we can anticipate that there might be a board web in range.
Yeah.
There is a pilot, a mighty pilot,
first one.
And that one can block.
Yeah, right. That's what I meant.
Okay,
you can. The piles are colorless, right?
Correct. But you can give protection. Giver is the only one who can give protection from colorless.
Does Giver say artifact or colorless?
No, colorless.
Okay, so we are going for so we are going for the damage route here. So if the Shorikai player has a removal,
don't forget to calculate the missed Isamaru damage, so we can tell people when.
Well, now it's irrelevant because the Giver is not attacking anymore.
Don't say so.
No, the Giver is without the Giver.
What's the white card he has in hand? Is it a Rav? Is it a Revitalize he just discarded? Looked like.
I think that's a Revitalize, right?
Revitalize, yeah. So this is another situation in which it...
Talia 2 gets remanded, okay. Okay, they both draw.
In which it would have been better to...
Oh, that's the card. That's the card.
Renewed
oh no!
faith.
That's a creature. That's a creature.
Remand, right?
Yeah. But Renewed Faith only gains 3, and you basically never use it to gain 6.
You do against red deck wins. You always
yes.
want to have 6 life against red deck wins, and the 2
Maybe he's not
life.
worried about
Whenever
that.
you draw the card in those matchups, it doesn't really matter that you have if you have 1 or like 1 life more or less. And he's playing a Fractured Identity.
Damn, I hate this guy. How can? That's not okay. You cannot just top 8 with Fractured Identity and then get a good target for it against weapon.
It's a great card.
When I'm that greedy, I always get punished. I guess so.
You're just not worthy.
I'm not worthy of the Fractured Identity.
Correct. So, there is an On Thin Ice, and that one targeted a pilot?
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, okay. He's back on 11.
Wait, how did the Esper Sentinel die?
-2 from the Emperor's Wandering Emperor. Since Giver of Runes already gave protection.
All right. I thought he would have made it a 3/3, but.
So that costs 4, right?
Oh, the -2. Right.
Yeah, the -2 from.
Yeah, that -2. Yeah.
Where's the 4th mana for portable to cast Talia? Did I miss something?
I think he already played it. It got remanded.
Ah,
so
right.
Cast
okay.
for hand.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So at that point, I would say it's looking good.
Definitely.
Looking quite good for the Shorikai player.
Yeah, that Fracture Anti from the top, I would imagine, was pretty good.
Was it from the top? I mean, he drew 4 cards with Minamoto.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like if you
yeah, okay.
If you get to draw that many cards, your top decks will always be insane.
And I think there is still a Wrath of God in hand. White bordered 4th edition or something. Not sure. So there is a fetch. He's on 10. Pilot, protected, the Emperor.
And yeah, I think this game would have looked a whole lot different if Isamaru would have been on the play.
Is it first strike until end of turn, right? Let me check. Yeah, I think it's first strike until end of turn. It's not a first strike counter. Yeah, okay. Okay, but I mean, he can also. Yeah, it would probably be better to just make a 2/2 straight away instead of giving a 1/1 counter to a pilot.
Yeah, right.
There's a Solitude. I think he has a bunch of options. Solitude is even fine card against Talia.
And Theftless Spirit.
So at this point, he can choose to tick up the Emperor again. Since the opponent does not know about the Solitude yet.
Yep.
Okay, he's discarding Snapcaster Mage. Interesting.
No second Fractured Identity this game, apparently.
There's a Teferi.
Okay,
That's
so
bouncing.
Yeah, that's a rough, definitely. Just saw it. Interesting. I would imagine getting down the Solitude would have been pretty nice here.
Absolutely.
And I guess, yeah, I think he's just going for the second Shorikai ability with untap.
There's even the Wall of Omens. Okay.
Okay, whatever.
So yeah, he's giving up. I would,
yeah, same.
I would do so as well.
On the other hand, Shorikai is on. Yeah, I think he would have drawn enough cards to just have a counter magic. As a control player, I'm just like, oh, maybe those weird all creatures gain protection from, but the piles are colors, so those protection lines don't really matter. Ah, okay.
So we are
1-1 tied up.
Exactly. We're going on to the third round.
Yeah, and I think if Isamaru swaps back now, I'm really confused. And curious about the reasoning.
Which member? How much damage was it? Only 4?
It was, yeah.
Would have not saved him, okay.
But on the other, yeah. That's an interesting question. Because Talia, like, never did anything. So I think Isamaru would have been better there.
And he chooses to take Talia again. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Now he's on the play, so that's alright, yeah.
I think looking at that game, Isamaru definitely would have been better. His Robs is mentally broken, yeah, right? That's a lot of lands. That's 4 lands. Is that the 5th one in the middle?
It looks like. And again, a mulligan.
Yeah, that's a mulligan. And we have to remember that Isamaru was on 5 that game, so...
Yeah, I was just about to say, it hurts a lot to have mulligans in decks that are not good in terms of generating card advantage.
Yeah.
Except for some Skull Clamp magic.
Yeah.
And Esper Sentinel. Sorry. How can we forget about the Sentinel?
I think I saw a Flicker Wisp, so he can also go stuff like Recruiter, Flicker Wisp, Flicker Recruiter.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And generate a bit of value that way. But yeah, in general, White Weenie not the best at drawing out games.
That's right.
So, 6 cards.
Compared to the big engine
Mana Tithe,
on the other side.
A lot of lands. That's a protection spell. That's a Benevolent Bodyguard. And that's going to the bottom.
And there's a Vigilant Martyr, which is way better.
Can you put that card up?
Sure. It regenerates a creature. There's only Wrath that says regenerate, Supreme Verdict, and Day of Judgment do not. So that's could come in handy.
Yeah, I agree. 1 HL. That's. I think from just looking at that play, that game, I think Isamaru would have been better there on the draw. Is Shorikai down to 5? Oh, I didn't pay attention.
I think down to 6 for sure.
Yeah, that's 1 mulligan at least.
It looks like down to 5, yeah, right.
Yeah.
That could be
okay.
rough.
And the Force in hand, so
it's quite funny. I think the Vigilant Martyr is the most shown card here on our streams, since in any top 8 there's always a White Weenie, and no one knows this card, and it always comes up.
The artwork is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and we got a game, right?
So. Is this a Mana Tithe planes? Or is this a desperate I have nothing else planes?
I saw a Force of Will, so maybe this will get forced. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. And that's
quite rough.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But you have to do it.
So he's on 18, right? He missed to...
Yeah, pay life for the Force, or pay life for the...
We got a game, boys. Yeah, it's White Weenie again. There's a Rishadan port. That's
good. That's good.
Once you can establish some more pressure.
Yeah, I think you need another. I think that's a Aether Vial in hand. That would really say. Oh no, that's a giver. Okay.
I see a Skyclave Apparition. Which
Skyclave. That's
not too bad. And a Mana Tithe.
Okay, you take the clue, definitely.
Yeah, I would do so as well.
Yeah, the port is good, but do you activate it now? I think you just.
It's quite nice. Like he will.
Oh, really?
What?
I think you want a clue here, right?
I would do so as well. Yeah. I mean, what's the turn 3 play?
Yeah, right. That was what I was thinking. Yeah.
And
You maybe want to shut out the turn 4 play.
no,
Or
you
maybe
don't.
if you
You
maybe
don't
if
need
you
to. I mean,
maybe if you port here, you can next turn if you have a land, you have like one additional land to care about for your Talia recast. Maybe that's the
right. That's
way to think about it.
I agree.
That's a weird sleeve.
It's. I think it's black on the backside. That's why it.
Oh, okay. And a Teferi. And the Mana Tithe. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's another reason to keep up the mana.
The Mana Tithe is great. And now there is a
No,
free
it's black
Talia
on
with a
both
land drop.
sides.
Is there a land drop? Give me the land drop, boy. There is no land. There is a land drop. And now it's a free Talia?
I would take it.
And the stream is lagging a bit. Yeah,
and
it looks like.
Now the port is game over if he gets to untap with this board.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is done.
Keep in mind, Shorikai costs 5. There is a Skyclave Aberration in hand still.
Yeah.
Which takes care of that one. So the next cost is taxed for 3. Yeah. Hello, old boy. That's correct. Shorikai is currently quite a popular commander.
Yeah, Taurus is just super strong right now.
Yeah,
White got an insane amount of tools in recent prints, and well, we've always seen.
Martin, there's an Armageddon. If that one resolves at some point.
On what side?
On the White Weenie side.
Okay.
Currently not in casting range, but
yeah,
that would be game over. So how do you continue here? Tapping down stuff and just
yeah.
The control player not hitting any land drops helps. We see a portable hole.
The question is, how scared are you of even tapping out? Yeah, I don't think you, even if you have a land now, you don't really want to tap out for the RAF.
Oh, there's a land drop. It's a deserted beach. And it's a Narzet.
Yeah, okay.
That's something that bothers you? Not really. There's a RAF. So let's say the White Weenie player finds a land to cast Armageddon, and there it is. I would just swing in, play the land, and just play the Armageddon and say GG.
I would imagine so. Oh, okay. So he plays it.
There's an Armageddon. Does that resolve?
Yeah, I think you just have to slam. There's no counter magic possible here.
Force is already. I mean, it could be a fun, but yeah. So the lands are gone.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Talia's
correct.
play.
Oh, there's a land drop from the top.
Okay. So.
I mean, it has to be something. And
2 turns.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nothing. And 1 more turn. If you find something here.
It could be a balance only, so there's nothing.
No, balance is not castable because
balance. Okay, right.
Yeah, and that's GG. Okay,
that's GG. That was a quick one.
Yeah, but a good one. I think that was
absolutely.
I think at least I learned a lot.